tell me one thing, Deepak. There is a set of people that I hear about or read in books, or they've written books, which believes in the fact, I mean, for them it is a fact that belief in a higher power is a delusion. How would you respond to people here in this world who have that inclination?
You don't. I mean, what's the expression? A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So I think our job is not to convince anybody. Our job, as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change. And when you are the change, then people around you will be influenced, and there's a critical mass of people who are the change, the world will transform. So you can't go convincing anyone, but when you transform people, what's that famous phrase from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali? When you are perfectly established in non-violence, everybody around you ceases to feel hostility. That's what we have to do. We have to be the transformation ourselves.
Now, you have a very busy schedule. I realize that, we just had to sort of grab you from there and, and they're going to come and get you. Your body, your mind and your spirit will stay with us always. Yeah. But I have to ask you, what a challenge it would be for somebody like you who is a successful person in the world. He's running around, he's going for conferences, lectures, and writing books, and propagating this message of peace and love all over the world. How does he balance this with his family life, having children and a wife and a spouse? I know how demanding that can be. How does Deepak Chopra keep balance between these two?
Well, right now my children are grown up. I'm already a grandfather. But during their growing years, I think there was a balance. There was also an understanding that there has to be a balance about everything. So there were times that we took consciously for vacation several times a year. There were times that we balanced the weekends, which were totally away from work. But there were also times where that was not possible, and there was an understanding that there has to be certain priorities in how you prioritize. Now, fortunately, all our families, since even when the kids were very small, we took time together, and it became a habit for silence and reflection. And I think that's the most valuable thing, and I still do it. I mean, and I'm not recommending that those who are watching us do this, but I spend 2 hours every morning in silence, meditation and reflection, where I ask myself, the really deeper questions of existence, and that becomes then the motivating force of how I prioritize my time. And
so if there's stress in your life, supposing,
there's no stress in my life.
Was there any sort of, any incident that took place which just kind of shook you up and you needed to get some help? How do you de-stress? I've always wondered, how do you do it? You tell us how to...
I meditate every morning. I go to the gym every morning. And then my wife and my family make sure that I don't take myself seriously. That's it. Because they don't take you seriously.
They don't take you seriously? No. I don't understand that.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. That's so do they share the same passion that you have for wellness?
They do.
Do they incorporate it in their lives?
They do, very much so. And they've been extraordinarily successful in what they're doing, My son is now making a movie with Nicolas Cage, and my daughter has written a few books, and she's running his company. She's his business manager. And it's kind of we share our interests with each other.
So what about the grandchildren? I believe there's some grandchildren in your life.
Yes, well, there's a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they're just amazing. And they're coming next week to New York, so we can go see Lion King for the 5th time.
Wow!
And,
that's a family tradition then?
It's been, the last time Zimba the lion died, my little granddaughter was 4. She said, "Nana, don't worry, it's just the cycle of life."
Oh my God.
Death is the cycle of life.
So now we can
5 years
expect that. That's genetics, you see. What can we expect? Those are your genes then. I think that's how it is, right?
It's just what you're exposed to.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Like, I think I was listening to one of your CDs, the seven laws of spiritual success, right? And in one of those CDs, you mentioned that you never put any pressure on your own children about scoring, getting great grades. So but you only told them when they were like 4 years old that just focus on what you are all about and what is so specific or unique to you. So my son was listening, my youngest, the 12-year-old, and he goes, "See, Deepak is saying it doesn't matter if you don't get a great grade.
the way, there's no...
Now you made my life tougher for sure.
No, there is no correlation between academic achievement and what people actually call success. There's only one secret to success, even though I've said 7 laws, only one. Pursue excellence and ignore success. And that means be impeccable with your passion, with your vision, go for it and let the universe handle the details. Step into the unknown, take risks. If your son is weak in mathematics and good in tennis, forget about getting him a math tutor, get him a tennis coach. One day he'll win Wimbledon and he'll get a mathematician to be his accountant.
Wow.
You know, so we focus on our children's weaknesses.
Yeah, we focus on
their passion.